A decade ago, a vision was born. A vision that broke through the borders. A vision that caused a revolution of change. I grew up in Namongo, a nearby place close to Kabalagala, where I'm standing right now. I had the opportunity of going to school with many of the girls that were coming from the rural districts, just like this one. So many friends that I had within my circles that I literally watched day in, day out, dropped out of school, joined the sex business to support their respective families. Even as a young mind, an innocent soul, I had so many unanswered questions. And I always dreamt of an opportunity to be part of this change. Rhythm of Life was born in 2013, and we envisioned the breaking of the vicious cycle of mother-to-daughter prostitution, looking at 3 thematic areas: education, healthcare accessibility, and economic empowerment. Today, we make 10 years of absolute commitment and support to the vision and mission of this organization.
Harriet Kamashanyi approached me to assist in the registration. My first impression was that is sex workers' business, and I'm not participating because it's illegal. Not because of faith, but because it's illegal. And I'm a lawyer. I wouldn't want to participate in registering illegal business. But when she explained that no, this is not to further the career, I call it career of prostitution, but it is to cut, to break the chain so that it stops with the current ones, and even the current ones will migrate because of economic empowerment. Now that is what captivated me. The specific activities that I've participated in during my tenure as a board member of Rhythm of Life include, first of all, the registration. I participated in the registration of Rhythm of Life to become a legal entity which is recognized in Uganda by the laws of Uganda. I also took up board membership, which is a voluntary role, but yet it comes with a lot of responsibilities. You have to be around, you have to read, you have to disseminate information. Then I also I've been participating in annual meetings, annual general meetings and board meetings. They come annually.
In Uganda, where HIV/AIDS is immensely affecting the marginalized groups, and more especially the sex workers, Rhythm of Life has come up to dismantle the cycle of mother-to-daughter prostitution. And looking at our different projects, for example, the Child and Maternal Health Project, here we do follow-ups from the time of conception to the time of delivery. Mothers are followed up to see that they do the antenatal visits, they go for the scans, and this is all done to see that we prevent mother-to-child transmission of HIV/AIDS. We are glad that mothers are giving birth to HIV-free health babies, and they are also living intentionally a health life. Addressing period poverty is a pivotal stride towards empowering girls and young women. By empowering girls and women, Rhythm of Life has disrupted the cycle of poverty through education and also nurturing a community with girls and women that are self-sustaining.
I remember some lady, some elderly woman who has so far participated in 2 projects. One is mushroom growing, and now she graduated recently in one of the cohorts of tailoring, the tailoring projects. And her husband testified that she's the breadwinner. Now I was touched because that is now reverse of the roles, but that tells how much impact Rhythm of Life has had on the participants.
We carried out school outreaches here we were able to reach out to over 500 girls and boys in schools. We trained them how to make reusable sanitary towels, and through this, we created awareness to show them that period or menstruation is something that is normal to everyone. Boys and girls were part of it. Teachers were part of this training. This has reduced stigmatization in schools.
How I got to know Rhythm of Life? I got to know it when I was in P7, when there was a project of reusable pad making. I engaged there, I participated. So Sharon got to know me more and Mommy Happy. Then this year, they gave me a scholarship. I was very happy because my mom was struggling, like paying school fees. They chased me back. I don't attend some lessons, but when they gave me a scholarship, I was very happy. And not only giving me a scholarship, but they also offered to provide some needs like pads, requirements for school, books. So this helped to reduce the burden for my mother for paying all those things. And personally, how it has benefited me, apart from scholarship and requirements, I've been also able to build my self-confidence, because before I was very shy. I used to fear to stand before people and express myself, but when they used to give us opportunity to speak, I've been able to learn how to interact with people and to know more about different people.
Having the Period Poverty Project, it has enabled several girls to stay in schools. Since back then, some of them used to miss school simply because they are menstruating. But right now, they are able to make the reusable sanitary towels and stay in school.
Rhythm of Life has a lot of projects, but I've seen very many positive changes since this project of pad making came. Really, us girls at school there, you used to find girls disposing their pads everywhere. But when they taught us that menstrual hygiene, I've seen a lot of change. Girls have been able to maintain their personal hygiene in their menstrual periods. You don't find them throwing pads anywhere, and they've been able to learn how to behave when they're in such acts, not to always play around with boys because it's risky, and you have been able to know how to help others. If I find you have not yet gone in periods, I tell you what you should do when you go there, so that you can know that when you go there it's not a new thing, and how to handle yourself. So I've seen a lot of changes happening. Girls have been able to understand that it's natural. Boys have been able to respect girls.
A parent recently testified, and she said that these days she no longer buys pads since they are homemade. So she saves that money to see that it is a contribution towards the girls' education. So to us, that is an achievement as Rhythm of Life, to see that our girls are having education without anything stopping them.
Economic empowerment is our third thematic pillar that aims at diversifying income sources for sex workers to enable them leave sex work for better alternative forms of employment. Sex workers continue to face multiple risks, including social marginalization, violence, and poor health. These overlapping and mutually reinforcing factors have been shown to restrict sex workers' ability to improve their living and working conditions and to achieve economic security. We have conducted financial literacy classes, run circle saving groups, hands-on training in bakery and confectionery, liquid soap making, hairdressing, tailoring, creating jobs for over 132 female sex workers, both in Kajansi and Makindye division.
A couple of years down the road, we realized a big need amongst the young children, the infants, and maybe these that were between 1 to 5 years. One, the major reasons why the mothers were going to the streets for sex work was to support these children. Then secondly, the question of where is the safe haven they leave these children when they go to the streets. Most of them were left indoors. Some were often burnt in the houses as they left the candles on. Others were given Pilton and other drugs to put them to sleep because the mothers needed to do work at night. Through our different partners and friends, Global Health Promise came through and we are able to establish an ECD, an Early Childhood Development Center, where the children often came to learn something, eat something, be safe at that point, then go back home at a later stage. We wanted to create an environment where children thrive, where children, appreciate their childhood, where children grow, irrespective where they come from, to give them an opportunity to fit in and flourish in their different dreams and careers.
My school is St. John Baptist Primary School, Chisugu. My class is P3. I like literacy. Literacy is my best subject because I can draw. When I grow up, I want to become a pilot.
When I see those children, when they are supported by this organization, I feel real good. I feel good because for them, they are going to access education, they are going to expand their minds, they are going to get a good future, not like their mothers, not like the environment where they stay.
I know that my children, after study very well, they will be better in their future. They will get better in their future. Not like us, the way we are as a mother.
Food insecurity and malnutrition are some of the other key challenges that face the sex workers and their respective families in almost all the rural districts in this country. And this worsened during the COVID-19 days. So during that time, it was an entire lockdown. No one was moving out, no one was working. It was a triple effect for these respective mothers that we serve. So right in there, we thought, how can we support them? We started a local fundraising on what we call the food basket. And the food basket would reach out to different friends, partners. We buy the stuff, put them in different packages, and we deliver it among these respective mothers and their families. So right from 2020, we have run food baskets, and we have now customized them to monthly, depending on the vulnerability. Then the Christmas food baskets. We have also brought on board different partners that have ensured the sustainability. Global Health Promise is one of them that has continuously every year supported the Christmas food basket, and we have just concluded one last week.
Kiseera kya COVID embeera yali etali nnungi naye mwajja at least aliwo kye mwakola mu biseera bya COVID mwakyusaamu.
Tweyanziza nnyo aba Rhythm of Life.
Thanks for what you have done for me and my baby. Thanks a lot.
This means a lot to them, knowing that yes, I can have this package for myself, for my family, other than going to the street and having someone to give me the money to buy the food itself. So that is it about the food basket, and we are excited about all the friends, both locally in Uganda and out of Uganda, that have come through to ensure that it continues to thrive as a project.
To break the cycle of generational sex work, Rhythm of Life brought up a project called Her Tomorrow. This project is to say that it provides quality education to girls. Currently, we are having over 10 girls that we are supporting, and this is to see that they can get a brighter future through the quality education that is provided to them, and also to shield them away from the parts of their mothers.
Aisha, ebyo ebiseera yali ali mu P6 ne bamunyambako ne bamuwerera, kati ali yatudde senior 4.
Amanya gange yenze Aisha n'emyaka 17 guno mwaka namaliriza senior 4. Aba Rhythm of Life batandika okumpeerera mu 2017 nali mu P6 nga simanyi value ya kusoma, naye kati namaliriza senior 4 era njagala beera nurse nga nyambako abantu b'omu kitundu kyange, bamaama n'abawala abato. Era Rhythm of Life njebaza neyanziigi.
Muwala wange we yatudde senior 4 olw'ekitundu kye tubeeramu ekibi kubanga banne be yatulala nabo P7 abasinga bayonooneka, abalala baafumbirwa, abalala balina embuto, abalenzi babbi, banywa enjaga, balya amayirungi. N'esalawo Aisha ye mujjeyo ne mufuneyo ka bakery n'amasuba ayiga kola keeki. Kino ekitundu si kirungi kukulizaamu baana, mulimu emize mingi nnyo. Ate abaana abamu era nabo bali mu kataba beetunda, kyovula Aisha ye namuggyawo.
We have had a long impact in girls. Over 900 of them have benefited from our projects. As Rhythm of Life, this is our big aim, to see that girls can get quality education. Girls can still dream to have a brighter future. And yes, we are seeing it happen. Several of them, even mothers that actually got pregnant and they gave birth, we have enrolled some of them to go back to school.
Mukama mwebaza okuva we nafuna ekibiina kya Rhythm of Life, obulamu bwange bwakyuka. Then ne bankola ne bizinesi ya saluuni mwe nina okujja ekyokulya ky'abaana. Naye era obulamu bwe bugaana era mbakula essimu ne mbagamba munne kati obulamu si bulungi kuba nange saagala kuddayo ku street. Ne mbagamba obulamu si bulungi, ne batetenkanya kyonna kye baba balinawo ne bampeereza abaana ne bafuna obuyambi.
Our Child and Maternal Health Initiative is one of our newest projects. We call it a new baby project. We started it this year and wanted to start with a pilot of 20 mothers. 10 mothers in Kajansi, that's Wakiso district, and 10 mothers in Makindye, Kabalagala, that's Kampala district. From the research we have gathered and through our friends and partners, Global Health Promise, that supports the initiative, we realized that most of the female sex workers do not go for antenatal care or do not go for the health services right from when they conceive. We brought on board the Child and Maternal Health Project. We want to inform the world that we should not only look at them as sex workers, but we should look at them first as mothers. We enrolled the project and we have supported 20 mothers right from antenatal. We take them through the antenatal visits. We cater for their transport, we cater for their hospital bills. We buy all the necessities needed right from mama kit, to the baby clothes, to the food baskets on a monthly basis, right from when you are enrolled into the program, because we also know it's very, very key for the pregnant mother to have the right food and in the right quantities. We have cases where some have got complications, definitely because of the virtue of their work. Some are C-section cases, but all these emergencies have been handled because we want to appreciate their motherhood phase. Then after that, we also look at postnatal, which is into immunization of the babies, which is into the right feeding as well. We also look at the medical attention that the mother needs up to at least when the baby is 3 months. So all this is coupled in with a lot of psychological and social support, for instance, counseling.
Twarwairwa myezi oba 5 nga sinabagenda mu sikaani ne bantwalayo ne bampa mother kit. Kati we nalumwa era nengenda mu ddwaliro era ne bambeerako ku ddwaliro ne nvaayo okulya okunywa byonna byonna ne bandabirira bwannakawere byonna ne bandabirira. Ate era njagala beebaza kubanga era bagenda kuyinzayo kisomero ekyo beebaliza ddala.
Advocacy is continually talking about the problem. So Rhythm of Life has done this in a superb way. It has always talked about HIV, how to prevent it, and the health of the sex workers, and the education of the children, their children. So this has made the community alive to the problem. My 10 years engagement with the Rhythm of Life has taught me not to judge, especially the victims of HIV, AIDS. Yes, I've learned to try to understand and also to listen. Everyone has a quite different story to tell. And from each story, there are lessons that I pick.
Hi, my name is Brian Willis. I'm the Director of Global Health Promise, and I'm very happy to be back in Kampala, Uganda, so I can work with my friends at Rhythm of Life. We go back quite a few years. I remember when we first started working together in 2016. I met Harriet, and we went around and talked with a bunch of mothers and their children about the struggles that they have when they're pregnant and when they give birth and raising their children. And I want to congratulate Rhythm of Life on their 10-year anniversary.
Today, as we celebrate 10 years, visiting communities and seeing that we are not living victims of period poverty, but rather ambassadors of ending period poverty. This is a great milestone worth celebrating as Rhythm of Life.
As the sun sets down on Kabalagala, we call upon you to be part of shaping the future of the rural districts in Uganda, bringing empowerment and fulfillment in the vulnerable communities where it is needed most.